Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Test, 1, 2. Not getting USB 1, so we need to plug it in.
Test. Test. Test.
Power light. Solid. Try it now.
Test, 1, 2.
Test. Test.
Test 1, 2.
Test. Test.
You want to turn us on? I'll do a public service announcement. Well, hello, folks. People didn't think it would happen, but it is. We're back.
We're like a bad foot focus, Coach. We just won't go away.
So, I'm Coach Cope, and this is Coach Hubner. Quick public service announcement before the starters and the national anthem. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union reminds you to practice good sportsmanship at all times, support your athlete and team positively, and enjoy the game. And tonight, folks, the game is against BCLUW and AGWSR for the third time this season.
And the teams are lined up and ready to go for the starting lineups. We will be back after the lineups and national anthem.
And folks, we'll read all our sponsors like we always do, but we've hit the bank trifecta. I think all the banks in the community have sponsored one of the girls' regional home games for the live streaming, and tonight is GNB's night. So we thank GNB for tonight's sponsorship, and we will thank all our sponsors throughout the game. Starters for the Cougars: Grace Finger, Alyssa Hames, McKenna Cooper, Bryn Smith, and Morgan Baker. For the Comets, Presley Engel, Allison Engel, Lizzie Garber, Chloe Walters, and Meserly.
The BCLUW Comets entered tonight's ball game with a 14-9 record. They defeated Clarksville 54-40 in the last round of the tournaments. AGWSR 14-7. They beat Gladbrook-Rhinebeck 38-26 to advance to this ball game.
And the winner of this ball game will play the winner of Algona Bishop Garrigan versus Waterloo Christian. Being played in Algona tonight. What a short trip for the Waterloo Christian team.
The Regents had to make a little bit of a trip for that one. Early going here, team's not seeing much offense yet. Looks like AGWSR and man-to-man.
The Comets start in a 2-3 zone.
That is Meserly. She hits a three-point basket, and the Cougars jump into full court pressure. And the ball gets to Hames across the court. These two teams have played twice already this year, with AGWSR winning both games. Grace Finger with the basket for the Cougars. In the last game that these two teams played, a 49-30 victory for AGWSR, Chloe Walters did not play in that ball game. We have an offensive foul that's been called.
Presley Engel.
She gets called for her first. And the team's first. BCLUW running a 1-2-2 or a 3-out, 2-in zone defense here against the Cougars. AGWSR led by Alyssa Hames in scoring. She averages 19 a game. And Morgan Baker gets fouled on the rebound attempt, and she will go to the line to shoot two.
First foul on Meserly. Baker on the season, 50% free throw shooter.
In the first couple games, Meserly for BCLUW didn't score a lot of points, but she has on occasion this year hit several three-point baskets and scored a lot of points for the Comets. One of those things we're going to have to keep an eye on as the game progresses.
Yeah, you don't want that shooter that's occasionally hot during the season to get hot, for sure.
And in AGWSR's man-to-man, McKenna Cooper draws the assignment on Allison Engel. Engel leads BCLUW in scoring, rebounding, and assists. Quick turnover, and that is number 13, Lizzie Garber, the senior, with a bucket. And McKenna Cooper gets trapped there at the half-court line. Ball comes down to Morgan Baker. Skips it back up to Cooper, over to Bryn Smith, back to Cooper. Smith gets it down to Baker. Baker a little too strong for Grace Finger. Hames chases it down, gets it to Cooper in the corner. Cooper off on that one, and BCLUW chases down the rebound. Engel will bring the ball down the court for the Comets. And that is a three-point basket for Lizzie Garber. The Comets advanced by upsetting the number 2 seed in the bracket, the Clarksville Indians.
That's why we have a home game tonight.
Which is why the ball game is being played here rather than in Clarksville.
We obviously have started the game rather sloppy. We got to cut back on our turnovers.
And Hames gets the ball inside. And ball gets turned over. Engel takes the ball down the court. And that three-pointer by Meserly won't fall, nor will the putback. And Morgan Baker gets the loose ball, and Alyssa Haynes gets knocked to the ground.
Is that going to be the second on Engel?
That is the second
on Presley. I guess with two Engels, we should say the first name, Coach. My bad.
Somehow, Finger comes down with that pass. Bryn Smith cannot get the shot to fall, and BCLUW takes possession. Meserly brings the ball up for the Comets. Shot gets blocked, and number 53, Chloe Walters, gets knocked to the ground. Coach, we talked about it last game. Tournament time, a little more physical play usually gets allowed, especially down on the block.
Yeah, the refs let more go, and the fans and coaches get a little more irritated.
Bryn Smith with the shot, doesn't fall. Meserly with the backside rebound. Engel's three-point attempt is off. Finger with the rebound. Hames brings the ball down the court for AGWSR. And Allison Engel with the defensive pressure leads the fast break. That basket's going to count, and she will be fouled by Bryn Smith.
And that is Bryn's first foul.
And Coach Lori Gann takes a timeout for AGWSR.
So, public service announcement. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union thanks you for your support of your local team and student athletes. Statistics show that participation in athletics leads to better performance in the classroom and enhanced leadership skills. Thank you for making a difference in the lives of the young women in Iowa. Again tonight, GNB is our sponsor. But throughout the season, we thank you, the following people for making live streaming happen. The Hairmeister, Adrian Hoffmeister, Zach Aldrich Trucking, Shipper Home Construction, Eiton Farms LLC, Maggie Allen Photography, Blythe Charitable Fund, and the Seatsma Funeral Home. To get the live streaming set up has really taken sports possible.
Engel at the line, and she knocks it down. There are quite a few schools out there, Coach, offering live streams that are pay-per-view and subscription services. We've been fortunate. We've been able to provide these free of charge to the public. And Cooper's going to get fouled.
That's going to be on Borshrash, her first.
Give a shout out to Mike Teskey down in the southern part of the county. He's listening down at his farm tonight.
Used to coach with you on the Tiger sideline.
Turnover for the Cougars. Teskey was the brains of the operation.
Yeah, you got to be careful if you tell us you're listening because you never know what we may say.
And Engel with another bucket. Right now, Coach, everything's going BCLUW's way in this ball game. And the Cougars just look a little rattled. And foul is going to be called. Alyssa Hames goes down hard.
Okay, that is the first foul on Garber. That is the only thing that's really gone our way. The Comets already have 5 fouls in the first quarter.
Very close to a potential over and back there. Baker with the ball in the corner. Up to Cooper.
Comets just looked at more energy than the Cougars right now.
Yeah, and Grace Finger with a strong move inside. A little better ball movement, a little more patience on offense. We were able to get the ball inside. And Cooper knocks that ball away from Engel, but it will stay with the Comets.
I think BCL's coach thought it was over and back too, because you could hear the official explaining why it wasn't.
Yep. And into the lineup for AGWSR, Kinsley Hoosier. And that time Cooper's going to get called for the foul. Second
That
team
is
foul.
Cooper's first. And now we've got Bryn Smith doing the one of the box and one. Or the tight man pressure. Or are we in a zone now, Coach?
Well, it's kind of a mess right now. We'll see what happens. There's a travel call.
Kinsley Hoosier is into the ball game for Baker.
And that ball gets kicked out of bounds and will go to BCLUW.
Yeah, low pass, hard for a post to handle.
And Meserly with the ball on the wing. Garber can't get that three to go, and Grace Finger hauls down the rebound. And Hayes can't get the shot to fall, but the rebound to Cooper. And that is her first bucket of the night. And at the quarter break, it is AGWSR 8, BCLUW 13.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union is proud to champion the Iowa Girl. Thank you for joining us to support young women in athletics and ensuring that they continue to walk down every main street in every town with their head held just as high as every boy. Few more sponsors. Again, GNB, the sponsor tonight, but throughout the season, thank you to Forgy Electric, H&H Construction Incorporated, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Barry and Tammy Hoffmeister, Yarrow Avenue Collections, Eibling Insurance Services and Jeff Frazier's team, People Savings Bank, and Ackley Chiropractic Clinic.
Story of the first quarter, Coach. Leading scorer for AGWSR, Alyssa Hames, held to 0 points in the first quarter. She averages 19 a ball game.
And has no rebounds.
BCLUW doing a good job taking her out of the ball game. And Alyssa hasn't forced anything yet either. She's letting the game come to her. But she's going to have to get on track if the Cougars are going to win the ball game. And foul's going to be called on Grace Finger.
That is her first.
And Grace has made it through the first quarter before she got her first foul, so that's a good thing. She's had some foul issues throughout the year. And there's a long pass thrown out of bounds.
Need a little bit bigger gym for that one.
BCLUW continuing to pressure in the full court. Finger gets it to Hames. Hames on the drive. And foul's going to be called. That is Chloe Walters.
Her first.
16th foul. Ames knocks down the first one for her first points of the ball game. And there's the second. 3-point ball game. Three-pointer. That was by number 21. That is Aniston Borsch-Rasch.
And they have 3 so far in the first half, the Comets.
And the pressure causing all sorts of problems for AGWSR. Chloe Walters with the putback, and the lead is back to 8. Baker kicks it back to Hames. Hames comes off the screen, and she can't get it to go, and Finger will get fouled.
Okay, that is 2 quick ones on Walters.
And Coach Dave Lee not happy with the officials not calling the travel on Hames. Finger knocks that one down for her 5th point of the ball game. And we've got a 6-point ball game with 6.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Meserly with the ball in the corner. She gets it down to Walters. And Meserly on the kickback. Can't get that one to fall. And Cooper hauls down the rebound. That time they do call the travel on Grace Finger.
Now the Comets got their travel called.
And Engel will bring the ball down against Bryn Smith. And Melissa Hames chases down the rebound quickly, pushes the ball down the floor. Comets continuing to play in their 1-2-2 zone. And that shot gets knocked. And a quick turnover. Ball's loose. And goes out of bounds off of Bryn Smith. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Lee for BCLUW.
Now, am I supposed to read this exactly the way it is? Okay, well then, folks, here's the message we've been handed. Angie, Ellen, and Michelle are watching all the way from Florida. So we're supposed to say, let's hope it rains tomorrow in Florida. Well, I suppose down south they'd rather have rain than snow, though. So shout out to those folks. Right now, the Jackrabbits are ahead of the UNI Panthers 3-0 in Missouri Valley football action. I think that's live. There's all sorts of stuff going on tonight, Coach. Another public service announcement. Students who compete in high school activity programs have better educational outcomes, including higher grades, higher achievement test scores, and higher educational expectations beyond high school. The Iowa High School Girls Athletic Union and National Federation of State High School Association, sorry folks, I got to slow down, thanks you for your support of student athletes across Iowa. And a shout out to GNB again for sponsoring tonight's broadcast.
And it looks like, Coach, that when Smith went into the man-to-man face guarding of Engel, that the Cougars shifted to a more of a diamond and one rather than a man-to-man look.
I knew you would figure it out.
Took a little while to get the spacing of everybody figured out, but we got there.
And I think we switched primarily because Cooper got her first foul.
And Meserly gets tied up with Cooper, and she's going to get called for the foul.
That's her second. That makes one side of the gym happy and the other one confused.
Ball gets taken away again with the pressure.
Waters, second bucket of the night.
And that time they do call Hames for the travel. Engel with the ball in the corner. She gets the pass knocked back by Cooper again a second time. Finally gets it around and over to Garber. She gets it down to Meserly in the short corner. Shots up, no good, and Hames hauls down the rebound. Good pass from Finger down to Baker. Baker unable to hang on to it. Jump ball going to be called.
Cougar basketball.
Right now, the AGWSR Cougars are really victims of their own mistakes, Coach. They just are out of sync and passes going awry and travels.
Nothing's been smooth.
No.
Katie Hill is into the ball game for the Comets.
And just simple things like that.
Unforced error.
Coach, you have to admit, what a time to be alive. We've got high school girls basketball tournament action, NCAA football action, wrestling's going on.
And they're letting us broadcast one of those activities.
Garber with the ball, and
another unforced error by one. BCL's more in sync than we are, but still, both teams, call it familiarity what you want, but the struggle is real. Coach Trevor Baker from the boys BCL team, whose sister plays for AGWSR, retrieving the ball there from the crowd. There's your random weird fact, folks, for the night.
And Bryn Smith has the ball. She goes to Cooper. Over to Hames. Hames off the backside with the runner. Doesn't go, but Grace Finger gets the rebound. She can't get the shot to go, and long rebound goes out to Garber. Right now, the Cougars have Hames, Finger, Baker, Cooper, and Smith on the floor. And McKenna Cooper with the steal. The layup goes, and the foul.
I don't know if Coach is more upset with his player or the foul called there, but that is the second on Borsch-Rash.
Got another.
Cooper's to the line. She shoots 56% on the season.
And Chloe Walters checks back in for BCL UW. And that ball's going to stay with AGWSR on the rebound. Right now, BCL UW has on the floor Meserly, Walters, Presley Engel, Allison Engel and Aniston Borschrash. 6-point lead for the Comets with minute 40 left in the ball game. Three-point shot, no good. Bryn Smith with the rebound. The Comets hit some threes early, Coach, and have kind of cooled off here in the second period.
Yeah, there really hasn't been much scoring by either team.
And Finger is going to get called for the travel again. Right now, the offensive set that the Cougars are using just kind of matches up with that defense, so there's always a defender in front of a body. We need to get into some gaps, find some gaps in that 3-2 defense, and move the ball a little quicker to get some better looks. That shot was blocked, but Walters is there, and she gets the putback. Right now, there we go, the ball in the middle of the floor. And the ball knocked out of bounds will stay with the Cougars.
Hill back into the ball game.
And Alyssa Haynes off the double screen action gets
her first bucket of the night.
And on that made basket there, the Cougars have jumped into man-to-man, it looks like. And Haynes with the steal. That gets blocked by Meserly. So with 3.3 on the clock, AGWSR will have a chance for a shot. Haynes has it. Haynes with the runner, doesn't go. Morgan Baker gets the putback, and you count that. And so at the half, it is AGWSR 18, BCLUW 22.
Okay, I got to give a shout out to Kathy Enslin. She does a great job now that she's retired, getting high quality foreign exchange students to our school. Couldn't this year because of COVID, but she's watching the Cougars from Panama City Beach tonight. I think that's in Florida also. Although I haven't taught geography for a while. So, yeah, let us know, folks, if you have our numbers, how far away you are and paying attention to Cougar basketball. Alyssa Haynes at the half, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Bryn Smith with a rebound. McKenna Cooper, 4 points, 2 boards. Morgan Baker, 4 points, and 2 of those came right at the half, 3 boards. Grace Finger, 6 points, 5 boards. No Cougar has more than a foul. For the Comets, Garber, 5 points, 2 boards. Borschrash has 3 points and a board. Presley Engel has a board. Allison Engel has 5 and a board. Meserly has 3 and 2 boards. And Chloe Walters has 6 points, 2 boards. Public service announcement quickly. Co-curricular activity programs promote positive youth development and provide opportunities for learning a number of life skills and values not typically taught in classroom education. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and National Federation of State High School Associations thanks you for your support of student athletes across Iowa. And then finally, GNB sponsoring tonight. But we also have, throughout this year, have had sponsorship from Greenbelt Bank and Trust, Hill Seed LLC, RD Aldrich Trucking, Randy and Deb Aldrich, Williams Underground Services, TLB Services, Terry and Diane Babcock, PLCP LLLP, Pine Lake Corn Processors, Innovative Ag Services, and our anonymous donor. So again, GNB tonight, the sole sponsor, but throughout the season. That's the list once through for the night. The number 5 Jackrabbits ahead of UNI, although did UNI just recover a fumble?
They certainly did.
Okay, so it's still 3-0 though, late in the first quarter. Odd calling football, college football anyway, in February.
And the Gable family is listening in as they drive up to Okoboji for the weekend. So Mr. and Mrs. Gable and family, thanks for tuning in.
And let's see. Nathan is cheering for the Cougars 191 miles away. So I believe that's my brother-in-law in Minneapolis. So there's a Minnesota reference. And I'm pretty sure Christy's grandma and aunt are cheering for the Cougars in Holland, Michigan tonight. So we are all over the globe.
Worldwide reach of the World Wide Web. Folks, we're going to shut her down for a few minutes here at half, and we will be back with second half. All right, folks, we are back, and I'm Bill Hubner. He's James Cope. Second half action starting in about 1 minute and 45 seconds.
And the UNI Panthers just scored their first touchdown of the season and are now ahead 6-3 pending the extra point. And if those of you at Greenbelt Bank for tonight or our other sponsors throughout the year, you know, those people that are texting us, you know, that they're in Florida, they're happy they get to watch the Cougars. A few of them might be mad at Mr. Young for wanting rain tomorrow in Florida, but they are also texting us, thanks for making this happen, sponsors. So people really appreciate it. So GNB again tonight, because there is a large fee to have live streaming during the playoff games. There's a fee for the boys, there's a fee for the girls union. The first game of the season, or the first game of the postseason, I think it was People's Savings Bank against GR. It was Greenbelt Bank and Trust, and tonight it is GNB. But we also appreciate our season-long sponsors. Again, the Hairmeister, Adrian Hoffmeister, Zach Aldrich Trucking, Shipper Home Construction, Eiton Farms LLC, Maggie Allen Photography, the Blythe Charitable Fund, Seatsma Funeral Home, Forgy Electric, and H&H Construction Incorporated. This one's a short. No, I better leave the public service announcements for the next break.
And for the Cougars to start the half, Bryn Smith, McKenna Cooper, Alyssa Hames, Morgan Baker, and Grace Finger.
I believe it's the starters for both teams.
Meserly, Engel, Garber, Engel, and Walters for BCLUW. And Engel gets on track there right at the start of the half for her 7th point of the night. Hames kicks it to Cooper in the corner. Cooper off on the three-point attempt. Hames with the rebound and putback to bring the Cougars within 4. Cougars back into their man-to-man, but Bryn Smith drawing the assignment on Allison Engel.
Have the Cougars led in this game, Coach?
They have not. Meserly hit a 3 to open the ball game.
That's right.
It has been all BCLUW in the lead. Engel with the drive to the basket doesn't fall. Ball's on the ground. And Meserly comes up with it. She gets it out to Engel, who's all alone at the three-point line. That doesn't fall. And the ball goes out of bounds. And AGWSR will take possession. Cougars the Comets continuing to run their full court pressure. AGWSR needs to do a better job of getting the ball to the middle of the floor against that 2-2-1 press.
Yeah, we're kind of stagnant in our motion too on offense.
Nope. We're seeing a 3-2 out of BCLUW. And we have 3 players on the perimeter, so they're easy. It's an easy matchup right now for BCLUW on the defensive end. 4-point ball game here in Ackley. And McKenna Cooper knocks that ball out of bounds. Regional semifinal action tonight. And Coach Lee takes a timeout.
Students involved in educational activities often have many healthier behaviors leading to better physical and mental health. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and National Federation of State High School Associations thanks you for your support of student athletes across Iowa. Now, AGWSR alums, since we're talking a little Missouri Valley football, Nathan Karstens plays for Western Illinois, but I believe their first game of the season was moved back a week, was it not, Coach? Because
I believe
of the
that's
cold weather?
correct. I believe that's correct.
Panthers playing a dome.
Always a balmy 72 degrees at the Unidome. That shot from Engel doesn't go, and Bryn Smith comes down with the rebound. Got to attack the basket there when the defender flies past. Cooper gets the ball down in the corner, back up to Hames. And Smith's pass picked off by Meserly for the Comets. Awful lot of turnovers tonight for the Cougars. And nice halftime adjustment by Coach Dave Lee. In the first half, against all the face guarding pressure, Engel was playing out on the perimeter, playing the point, and she's being guarded by the much shorter Bryn Smith. They've moved her down into the post area, and she's been very effective down there this half.
She is a 70% free throw shooter on the season, but did miss the first.
Missed them both. And we still have a 4-point ball game.
Cougars can help themselves out too and go get the pass instead of waiting for it.
It's just has not been crisp for the Cougars on the offensive end. Nice baseline bounce pass, but Cooper gets her shot blocked, and a jump ball is going to be called.
Cougar ball. Going to be 5.
Close to the 5-second call. Hames on the drive. Nifty move around the basket. Folks, we have a 2-point ball game. Meserly for 3. Back iron. Walters pulls down the rebound. Kicks it out to Engel. Ball gets back to Garber. Baseline 3. Gets that one to go. Lizzie Garber with the baseline 3.
Her second of the night. She had one in the first half also.
Cooper's 3 attempt doesn't go, and Engel pulls down the rebound. Garber can't get that one to go. Hames hauls down the rebound. Quick ball reversal. Baker in the corner. Tries to force it into Hames, and that pass doesn't go. Three-pointer, Meserly. And Lori Gann calls a timeout as BCLUW opens up a 7-point lead behind several three-point baskets.
Not only do individual students benefit from education-based activities, schools and communities benefit when more students are involved in co-curricular activities. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and National Federation of State High School Associations thanks you for your support of student athletes across Iowa. Some sponsors. GNB is the sponsor for tonight's broadcast throughout the season. Thank you to Farm Bureau Financial Services, Yarrow Avenue Collections, Iveline Insurance Services, People Savings Bank, Ackley Chiropractic Clinic, Greenbelt Bank and Trust, and Hill Seed LLC.
And I'll give a shout out to my wife Katie. She's at home in Hubbard listening tonight. She's just thankful that I'm here doing this and she's there. So Cougars with the ball against full court pressure again. And Bryn Smith is going to get called for the travel. We've got to quit throwing the ball into that corner by half court. We've been insistent on putting the ball there, and it's done nothing but trouble. Garber stopped on the baseline drive. Engel with the ball. She gets it to the other Engel. Meserly has the ball up top. Jump ball going to be called, and it's going to stay with BCLUW. You know, Coach, the last time these two teams played, you could see in the body language confusion at the scorer's table. They got it squared away. They didn't see the call for the jump ball. Last time these two teams played here in Ackley, as the game wore on, BCLUW was struggling. Their body language, facial expressions were negative. They're playing with a lot of confidence and energy right now, having a lot more fun, it looks like, tonight than they did the last time these two teams met. And ball's turned over on the inbounds. Ava Olson entered the ball game for
Kensley Hooger. And we forgot when Kensley came into the game, so that's my bad.
And Alyssa Hames turns the ball over. She gets bodied pretty hard on the drive. And McKenna Cooper blocks the shot, chases it down, and she'll take the ball the other way. 8-point lead for BCLUW right now. Finger with the ball at the corner. She drives, can't get it to go, and the ball, she is out of bounds, and the ball is going to go to BCLUW.
Baker's now in for Olson.
And number 21, that is Aniston Borsch-Rash, comes into the ball game for BCLUW. Travel called. Haynes decides to take that one herself, can't get it to go. Jump ball going to be called. That will be Cougar basketball. And Grace Finger lost the handle. Hames keeps it alive, but it comes out to BCLUW. And with under a minute to play in the third quarter, an 8-point advantage for BCLUW. Garber with the bank three.
And it's 11.
Hames with the ball off the nice pass from Morgan Baker. And Engel can't get that shot off before the buzzer. But at the end of the third, AGWSR 24, BCLUW 33.
The Cougars that quarter were outscored 11-6. Hames with the only points for the Cougars. GNB Bank is the sponsor for tonight, but throughout the season, we thank RD Aldrich Trucking, Williams Underground Services, TLB Services, PLCP, LLLP, Pine Lake Corn Processors, Innovative Ag Services, and our anonymous donor. So we'll see if the Cougars can find some life in the fourth quarter.
Just have struggled to put the ball in the basket on the offensive end. Too many turnovers against the press, and then just not identifying enough shooters on the defensive end for the Cougars tonight. Coach, we should probably mention that Caden Havis wrestled down at the state tournament this week. The freshman qualified for his first state tournament appearance, dropped both of his matches on Thursday afternoon.
Got a tough draw. First he had to wrestle the number 1 ranked kid, and then he had to wrestle the loser of the 7 ranked versus 8 ranked kid.
Yep. Good experience for Caden for the future. Turnover. Walters couldn't handle the pass. Ames picked it up, and Cooper has the ball at the top of the key.
And that 3-2 look again?
Yep. Haven't seen much different out of BCLUW tonight, but the Cougars just don't know what to do, and McKenna Cooper is going to get called for the travel. That time down, the Cougars tried to put Hames at the high post, and none of the perimeter players were quite sure what to do with her there. And Garber is going to travel the ball and turn it right back over to AGWSR. Finger with the ball down in the corner. Got to get some spacing in the offense here.
Well, and we've had 2 possessions so far this quarter, and a minute's gone off the clock. I mean, we got to pick up the pace a little bit.
Down 9 with 6:45 in the ball game. AGWSR with the ball. Hames with the drive, can't get it to go. Gets her rebound. She's going to get fouled. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Alyssa, 65% free throw shooter on the season. That's the 3rd foul on Walters.
Hames hits the first one. Quite a lot of time left in the ball game, Coach, but the Cougars are going to have to find a spark on offense. The other night against Gladbrook-Rhinebeck, the Cougars didn't make a basket in the fourth quarter, scored all their points from the free throw line.
But we were playing from the lead, too.
Yes, we were. And Morgan Baker is going to get called for the foul, and Chloe Walters is going to get that shot to fall.
It's Baker's first foul. Walters, a 60% free throw shooter on the season.
Morgan Baker can't quite haul down the rebound. Grace Finger with the steal for the Cougars. Hames with the 3 from the corner. That's long. Finger hauls down the rebound. She gets fouled. She will shoot 2.
That's the 3rd foul on Borschrash. Finger is a 61% free throw shooter. See if another Cougar can score this half other than Alyssa Hames.
Grace knocks down the first one. And rolls in the second one and subs into the ball game. Lizzie Garber is going to step off the court, and Presley Engel comes back on for BCLUW. Cougars putting on a little full court pressure here. Easily broken by BCLUW. And Engel with the ball up top. Foul going to be called.
It'll be the second one on Grace Finger.
Big possession here, for defensive possession for the Cougars. They can get a stop and a score. They can cut the lead down to 2 possessions. Walters and Baker banging around pretty good down there on the block, Coach. And steal for the Cougars. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the ball game. Cooper's pass gets knocked out of bounds, stays with AGWSR.
Garber comes back in. Force Rash to the bench.
And the ball gets turned over on the inbounds.
And the Comets are being patient, looking for a really good shot.
Engel drives the basket, kicks it out. Garber's foot on the line, no good. Walters with the rebound, and she gets the bucket to go.
And it's back up to 9.
Grace Finger is called for the travel. Coach Gann's going to take a timeout for AGWSR.
Again, we'd like to thank GNB for sponsoring tonight. Update on the UNI South Dakota State football game. It's still 7-3 UNI, but the Jackrabbits are inside the 10. And it looks like first and goal.
(28-37) with 4:13 left to go in the ball game. AGWSR finds themselves trailing the BCLUW Comets. Cougars have won 2 meetings, the 2 previous meetings between these 2 teams, and tonight the Cougars have done not enough to get back on the plus side of things with the Comets.
Well, and here's the other thing I just noticed, Coach. Have we had a game all season where the Cougars haven't made a 3-point shot? Because we are 0 for so far in the ball game.
Garber open for 3, and it goes.
And she's got 3 3-pointers in the second half. And 14 points on the game.
Grace Finger called for the travel. With 3:44 to go, it's 40-28 in favor of BCLUW. Cougars playing in the full court. Oh, and that is going to be an over and back call.
Again, I think I think the Comets are being patient because they can be, but the Cougars are being way too patient for the point in the ball game that it is and the differential in points.
Somebody other than Hames is going to have to look to score the basketball. Cooper's going to take that three. Doesn't go. And lots of people end up on the floor. Hames can't get that one to go either, and Engel pulls down the rebound. And that ball goes out of bounds. Coach Lee not happy with the choice of shooting that as opposed to running offense.
And he's making a sub.
Presley Engel is going to go to the bench.
And you can see Coach say, run the offense.
Cougars handle the pressure. Morgan Baker with the ball, gets it to Hames. Hames is going to drive, and she's going to get fouled on the shot attempt. She will go to the line to shoot two.
That is Allison Engel's first foul on the night.
Hames knocks that one down. Cooper with the rebound. She's going to get fouled on the putback. She will go to the line and shoot two.
And that's Engel's second with very little time coming off. That was Alyssa's first miss at the free throw line. She's 5 of 6.
Cooper knocks out now, makes it a 10-point ball game in favor of the Comets. And gets second one, so
down to single digits.
A 3-point swing there. And Hames is going to get called for the body there as Garber gets knocked to the ground.
First on Alyssa.
And almost gets the steal. Grace Finger kicks the ball out of bounds. And Dave Lee would like a timeout. And Coach Lee will take a 30-second timeout. He was trying to get the officials' attention, and they didn't quite get it to him. Comets hold a 9-point lead. 9-point lead for the BCLUW Comets here with 2:37 left in the ball game.
And we'd like to say thank you again to GNB for their sponsorship for tonight.
And if you're interested in the UNI game, the Panthers put together a goal line stop and have the ball a long way from their end of the field, leading 7-3.
And they just won a booth review on what could have been a turnover.
And BCLUW with the ball out of bounds at half court. Cooper knocks it away from Engel. She pulls it out. And again, time is not on the Cougars' side. Possessions have got to get a little quicker here to get the shots going. We've got to have people looking to score. And Hames will take a long three, knock it down. 6-point lead for the Comets.
If we could get a stop, it could get interesting.
Grace Finger is going to get called for the push.
That is Grace's third.
And on the skip pass, Hames is able to steal it. Lots and lots of turnovers happening. And Meserly is going to get called for the foul. That'll be the 16th foul, so it'll be AGWSR's ball out of bounds 2 minutes to go, 6-point ball game.
And Walters, Meserly, and Borschrash all have 3 fouls for the Comets.
And Presley Engel comes back in the ball game for Anniston Borschrash. Cooper gets the ball in the inbound, gets it to Hames. Back to Cooper. To Hames. She kicks it out to Bryn Smith. Skips it to Cooper, over down to Baker, who gets it into Hames. Hames cannot get it to fall. And Allison Engel with the rebound. And Lizzie Garber decides not to shoot the ball down in the corner. Chloe Walters with it down inside. And right now the Cougars going to have to come out and foul.
But that is number 4 on finger.
Meserly with the ball. She gets it to Garber. Garber pulls it out. And Garber gets called for the travel. And Coach Gann's going to take a timeout. The Cougars find themselves down 6, minute 17. Coach, we've got ourselves a good ball game.
Yeah, for sure, Coach. I think if it comes down to fouling, we definitely don't want to foul 33 Allison Engel. She shoots 70% on the season. Chloe Walters is 60%. And everybody else for the Comets is under 50. But I'm guessing the Comets are going to want to try to get the ball to Engel.
We don't keep track of turnovers here on our stat sheets. We're doing about as much as we can. Just
points and rebounds are enough to...
But boy, there have been a bunch for both teams, especially here in the fourth quarter as the pressure and intensity picks up. BCLUW has led the whole ball game. They have a 6-point lead right now. And Alyssa Hames gets the ball in the cut. She can't get it to fall. Morgan Baker gets the putback. And it's a 4-point ball game with a minute to go. And Bryn Smith gets the steal for the Cougars. She gets it into Hames. Hames on the left side can't get it to go. And we're going to have a jump ball possession to AGWSR. 48.4 seconds to go. Cougars down 4. Grace Finger gets the ball in the lane. She gets it to Morgan Baker. Baker gives it back to Finger. Finger shot blocked by Meserly. That ball is going to stay with AGWSR. 40 seconds left in the ball game. Hames with the ball at the top.
That must be tournament time, Coach.
And Bryn Smith with the long 3 doesn't go. McKenna Cooper with the rebound. Gets it out to Hames. Hames is going to drive. Hames can't get the runner to go. Jump ball is going to be called. That will be BCLUW basketball. Cougars had their opportunities there, Coach.
Yeah, even got open shots.
And Hames is going to have to foul Engel because of time left on the clock. That will get to the 1-and-1.
Again, we got to make sure she doesn't get the ball. You don't want her at the line.
70% free throw shooter on the season, leading scorer on the year for BCLUW.
Although she is 1 of 3 tonight.
And she misses that one. Hames hauls down the rebound. And AGWSR has got to get a quick bucket. Bryn Smith for 3 doesn't go. Cooper saves it to Hames. No, she is out of bounds. 10 seconds left in the ball game. Foul called with 7 seconds to go. They call a push on Hames, her 3rd. And
Garber is 26% from the free throw line on the season.
But Garber does have 14 points, Coach. And AGWSR has had their chances on the offensive end, unable to get shots to drop.
It would be a crazy finish, but if you start chanting VICTORY before the game's over, that would be irony for sure.
A lot would have to happen in the next 7.4 seconds.
Understand that. But if it does, let us go back to 7.4 when the cheer came out. Because even if she makes both, it's still a two-possession ball game.
One and one here. Cougars are going to have the miss and the rebound. Haynes gets the rebound, but time is ticking away, and Brent Smith can't handle the pass. Jump ball, and with 2.7 seconds left, Cougars are going to have to get a three-point shot, make the shot, and get fouled.
Or get a steal and another shot.
And Cooper lets that one fly, doesn't go. And ladies and gentlemen, BCLUW knocks off AGWSR 36-40. The final in favor of the Comets. And Coach Dave Lee very excited for his girls. Most likely, the Comets will have to face highly ranked Bishop Garrigan,
whose only loss on the season is to West Des Moines Valley, who's also highly ranked in 5A.
And folks, with that loss, the Cougars fall to 14-8 to conclude the season. BCLUW climbs to 15-9, and again, they will take on the winner of Bishop Garrigan and Waterloo Christian, but most likely that would be Bishop Garrigan. Coach Cope is working on tallying up the
all right, final stats on the night. Again, this is the unofficial. Alyssa Hames, 16 points, 5 boards. Bryn Smith, 2 boards. McKenna Cooper, 6 points, 3 boards. Morgan Baker, 6 points, 5 boards. Grace Finger, 8 points, 5 boards. Lizzie Garber, 14 and 4. Borschrash, 3 and 1. Presley Engel had a rebound. Allison Engel, is that right? Only 6 points for her? 7, I guess, on the board. And 4 rebounds. Meserly, 6 and 4. Chloe Waters, 10 and 5. So go ahead, Coach.
Story of the night, really. BCLUW shot the ball extremely well from the three-point arc in the first half and here late in the fourth quarter. And AGWSR did not hit hit one three-point shot. Hames hit one late
in the fourth quarter.
The Cougars just unable to get anything going offensively against the 3-2 defense of BCLUW.
Well, I think we said our goodbyes the last time, but I think this will be official.
There will be no more basketball live streamed from AGWSR High School this year, folks. I'm Bill Hubner. He's James Cope. It has been our pleasure to bring you Cougar basketball. Thanks for joining us and listening in. We'll see you